Match day 18, the Nigeria Premier Football League, just a game before the halfway line. Should I use halfway line or halfway into the season? And just like Enzo Maresca has been denying Chelsea's title contending attitude, really George has also told that line. He says, I don't look at the league table. This week, you are the top, the following week, so there's no much difference. It doesn't matter. Because Lucy were fined 3 million naira for that crowd, you know, call it trouble now, yes, to an extent, but then it was more of an encouragement. They were fined, not a good one for City. 2 games without a win. They have a tough one away to Abia Warriors this weekend. We had a battle of the 2 traditional giants. The defending champion against a team that are yet to win the league since 1998. If I'm not wrong, that's Shooting Stars. That's the biggest game this weekend. Anyway, Rangers hosting their eternal traditional rivals. Yes, actually, as far as the NPFL is concerned, Nigeria Premier Football League, Rangers and Shooting Stars are the 2 biggest rivals when it comes to the NPFL. Though, Shooting Stars are still looking to go back to those winning ways. But Rangers have won at least in the past 6 years. They've won twice the league. So they are head and shoulders above Shooting Stars. We've got a lot of games as well. Eyimba will be returning back to action this weekend, but there is also turbulence around the Elephant. I saw different write-ups saying Yema, that's the coach of Eyimba, Yemela Yema Star as a nickname, to be sacked. That Eyimba needs an high-profile coach, being the biggest team in the land. And of course, losing 3-0 to Black Bulls of Mozambique in Maputo, their hopes of qualifying of the group gone with the Flames, except something extraordinary has to happen. And that means they need to win their next 3 games to have a chance of progressing to the next round. It's another time on the show. Welcome to the Intercontinental Sport TV NPFL podcast show, or you say the ISTV NPFL podcast show, powered by Intercontinental Sport TV, bringing you all the best of analysis, news, and information from the Nigeria Premier Football League. Today is Match Day 18 preview. Teams are ready, some are traveling, some are at their destination already. But then, it's getting hot at the top. It's getting colder down there at the relegation zone, as teams will also try to escape relegation. Don't forget, you can support us, do this together, be part of this movement. We're here for you. We've got a lot to offer, and let's rule and reign together. Follow us on our social media handles, and you have our best, all the best of Nigerian football and every other content you can think about. I've got Toby here with me, who he was denied of a second back-to-back correct prediction when he could do score late on in that game against Remo Stars. But then Toby is here. Yeah. Toby, how are you not feeling too cold?
Well, not really. Compliment of the season to you. Compliment of the season to our viewers. It's nice to be here. It's that time of the year, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, exactly.
You're in Canada, you will not complain.
Well.
So maybe tomorrow now you can jump out to Canada.
I've been now.
I've been
now. Just as you said, it could have been back-to-back stage predictions.
Yeah.
Victory, but all thanks to Ikorodu City, more or less getting that late equalizer. It was not too good. It was not too good since at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Incidentally, you know, I told you that I told you that it would be fireworks.
Yeah, sure.
Before, during, and after that game, and well, as much as we saw fireworks, it was not too good. The standing coach, or shall I say, the assistant coach of Remo Stars, being quote and unquote assaulted by sections of fans of Ikorodu City, but it's not too good. Some people have been saying maybe that punishment was a slap on the wrist, but I would also say maybe because they are first-time offenders, and maybe more reason why they have been given off that little punishment, because some people have said maybe they should have been banished to another
They're going to
venue.
play behind closed doors.
Yes, they will play behind closed doors. Two of their games behind closed doors. Right there.
They are babies, so
Thanks.
they can shall know.
Well, but I hope they will have learned from this, but it's not too good for our league.
Not too good for the league. We start from there. Ikorodu City fined, and they will be having 2 of their next home games behind closed doors. That means no fans will be at the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium. Flying Nigeria Premier League newcomers, Ikorodu City has been ordered to play their next 2 home games behind closed doors and fined 3 million naira by the NPFL board. This is the wake. This is in the wake of rowdy scenes occasioned by pitch encroachment leading to physical assault on Remo Stars coach Laimon Camille during Sunday Southwest derby between both sides in Lagos. The game, a thrilling encounter, ended 1-1 draw at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Ikorodu were charged with a breach of rules B1352, B1318, and C9 of the league framework. And a summary of the jurisdiction of the NPFL, the NPFL charged Ikorodu for failure to provide adequate security, which resulted in other unauthorized persons gaining access to restricted areas and assaulting Remo Stars coach Camille in that encounter. So, 2 next home games will be played behind closed doors, March 19 and March 21. Will be behind closed doors. They will pay 3 million. They will pay 3 million naira, and that's for Ikorodu. From Ikorodu, we go straight to Rivers United, where the head coach of Rivers United, Finidi George, has downplayed Rivers United top spot on the table. According to him, he said it's not important. He doesn't look at the table. Let me just quote Finidi. I don't look at the league table because the difference is not much. This week, you are on top, and if you fail to win, you sleep. Of course, Rivers United reclaimed top spot on Sunday with a 2-1 victory over Kwara United in Port Harcourt, with goals from Timothy Zakaria and, of course, David Benjamin to overturn an early deficit. But Finidi says it doesn't matter. All that matters is the difference is not much. They just keep pushing. I mean, you might downplay it, but you can't also look away from what Rivers United are doing. At the top, even if you lose the highest that could happen is you're a point behind, but they've also had a very good away form. Maybe he's playing, he doesn't want to put pressure on anybody.
I think so.
Nobody put pressure on me. Let's just get steady.
Well, no doubt about that. His team, Rivers United, they are on 32 points, closely followed by second place Remo Stars with 30 points. So, 2 points, then 2 points difference right there. And yes, he wouldn't want to more or less go or put his team in an early pressure, maybe more or less taking from the playbook of Fidelis Elechukwu and Rangers Football Club right there, especially how they won the league last time season out. So, good for him, but at least he has the name or the accolade of winning the league before. That was when he was with Enyimba Football Club. So I'm sure he at one point or in his heart of heart or in the corner of his mind that he will be plotting to more or less win the league again. And if there's a club that he could potentially win the league with because of their pedigree, because of the money or the funds they can throw around, Rivers United is one of those clubs that can win the league in the NPFL.
What should we do to crowd encroachment before games?
Yeah.
League clubs will write the FA. Security, we need this, we need that.
Stewards also.
We have been to preparation of league games, so I understand that if you are calling police officers, they tell you we need 50, we've made arrangement of this and that. And when this security is breached, the clubs get punished. Is it the club that will get punished or who?
Okay.
Then how do we solve this encroachment? We don't have stewards. That's sure. But how do you think we can solve this encroachment so that it won't happen? Because in Nigeria, there are full of money to the pitch.
Okay.
You start building bad boy like Stadium.
Even in Adamasimba, don't you see fans going to the pitch after the game?
Yes.
And even after the game, it shouldn't even be encouraged.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be encouraged. The truth is that I think first things first, there must be proper education to the fans.
These fans.
Yes.
Are they ready to be educated?
No, this is what I'm trying to say now. There must be education to the fans. After education, there must now be, there are laws. It's not that we don't need new laws. There are
We have
existing
been
laws.
lost
Now there must now be enforcement
of the law,
of these
of
laws.
publication.
Yes, applying the laws and enforcing these laws. And now let me start from this education. Starting from education, educate the fans that okay, as much as you love your football club, there are some gray areas or there are some certain places you must not go. Let us cite the example of the English Premier League, for example. There are some football arenas in England, for example, that the stands where the spectators sit or stand, there are no barriers.
Yeah.
So, but where they are seated, maybe because of the camera angles, for those that have been there, once they are behind the advertisement boardings, you will see them there. Please do not encroach. Please do not go. Go over to the playing area. They will tell you it's highly prohibited. So that is one form of education, at least that they do in England over there. And for those that breach this, I don't know, for those that are also very conversant with league, you know, there are sometimes you will see some occasional incidents whereby there are some people who run to the field. You will see maybe the stewards running after them. Most of the time, we just feel they just run after them. In several of those cases, for those that do not know that are watching, they will take their particulars, and there are some of them that they are giving stadium bans. Yeah. It might be for a particular period, it might be for life.
Yes.
There are some cases like that. So that is because there are existing laws and they have breached them. So if we can do all of that in Nigeria, it will go a long way. But the problem is that, do we even have the data, a proper database? We will say we have the database, but do we have a proper database that even if we even say we catch somebody today for breaching these laws of encroachment, how are we going to enforce it that next match day that person will not come to the stadium? So a whole lot, it has to be a holistic approach from the clubs, from the FA, and even in this case now the NPFL board, as we are talking about. The respective fan or supporters clubs that we have for some of these clubs too must also be carried along in some of these things, because it's not good. We are talking about Ikorodu City and what happened in Lagos. Sometimes in some NPFL games, since we are in Ibadan here in Nigeria, let's use the example of the Lake Salami Sport Complex. Now, we have not had crowd encroachment during the games, or even negative incidences after the games for a while so far. But I'm not always comfortable with fans after the game.
You enter the pitch,
you go to the field of play and all. First things first, security wise, it's not security. Security wise,
anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Anyone can mix in between those crowds and do anything. Fine, you could say, okay, maybe the fans are trying to interface with the players. They want to take pictures with them, but no, that is not where. If you want to do one, there should be a mixed zone.
Yeah, a big zone for that.
For that, not on the actual field of play. So I feel the NPFL and respective clubs must do that. During the week, there was a CAF Safe Stadium initiative that took place in Abuja, where 20 NPFL clubs they were represented. And I wish, I don't have the details of that meeting or conference that went, but I wish we would have been part of those things that to make our stadium safe. There are certain things that we must do. There are certain things that should not be done. And as much as we love the league, we love everything, we must not allow our love to becloud our sense of judgment. We've had was it not was it early in this month that there was a stadium disaster that happened? I can't remember the country. That was it Uganda, whereby one of these East African countries, whereby there was a stampede in the stadium because they couldn't control the fans.
crowd.
So a whole lot needs to happen. And as much as we are happy that fans are gradually returning to the stadiums, we must also be we must be security conscious, and everything must be done properly. When security is called to the stadium, the NPFL status has a certain amount of security agents that must be called. Those that are within the stadium, those that are outside, those that are all of these things. We see how we take security very importantly when the Super Eagles are playing. So why can't we also do all of that when the league is going on? At least this is the elite league in Nigeria, the biggest. So we must take it very seriously.
Taking security very serious, important, because crack cannot be encroaching. Is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Anybody could bring out something something sharp to injure. So imagine if that guy who slapped Camille, the coach of
went with the weapon. Exactly, and he would just melt with the crowd, and we'll be wondering what could have happened.
So I think it's right time everybody needs to work together, work around the clock to make sure that lives of players and officials are very, very important. Yes, I understand the fact that referees, officials can make mistakes, but it still doesn't mean you take out a gun and kill them.
Exactly. You must not cross the line of common sense.
That's it. So you just have to, you can write to the body, let them get fined, get banned. But the moment you are taking laws into your hands,
no,
you are not helping the league, definitely. We got games going down this weekend, sweet matches. Looking forward to them. First, let's read out all the fixtures of March. We'll be having 10 games this weekend. Anybody on the continent, so definitely. On Saturday, we've got 3 games on Saturday. Kano Pillars against Niger Tornadoes. Sunshine Stars Academy Warriors. Bendel Insurance against Lobby Stars. Of course, on Sunday, we got Abia Warriors welcoming Ikorodu City. Plateau United against Enyimba. Remo Stars against Bayelsa United. Aqua United Heartland. Enugu Rangers against Shooting Stars. Big game at the Cathedral. Nasa United against Rivers United. And Kwa United against Katsina United. First point of call, Plateau Enyimba. Enyimba on 8 games without a win, and last time they won was against Ikorodu City. They've got like 5 games in the league.
No victory.
Or 6 in the league. No, 5 in the league without a victory. It has been draw, lose, draw. They're up away to Plateau United. And what does this mean to Yema? Yema is a coach that's young, assistant manager with Daniel Ogbade now. Yeah. Assistant to Finidi George. Former Van Desa coach. Looks like talking about new generation of coaches, one of the brightest talent out there. Forceful job in the top flight. It's finding it so hard and difficult. Games are not coming. Wins are not coming. Games are coming. Wins are not coming. Looks so disturbed. I saw a couple of write-ups saying Enyimba needs a high-profile coach to take charge of them. Is it the beginning of the end for Yema? Or will Enyimba still give him time and chance to prove himself? If they lose to Plateau United, will that be the last nail in the coffin?
Honestly, it's difficult times for Yemi Olariwaju.
Very, very difficult.
I feel what will happen, I feel his fate will be sealed is if Enyimba doesn't qualify for the continent next season. and
at this point, to be okay,
there's still some time. There's still some time for him. But I feel his fate will be sealed if Enyimba doesn't qualify for the continent next season. And now look at their current form in the CAF Confederations Cup. Just 1 point.
Maybe that loss to
Black Bulls.
It's not acceptable. You can lose.
But 3-0.
2 considered from corner kicks.
Exactly. And against a side that most people thought would be the whipping boys
of the group.
Zamalek on top, followed by
Al-Masri.
Black Bulls in third, and Eimba fourth with just 1 point after the games played so far. And now you'd even ask yourself now, the NPFL, they've been giving them time off with their games played. They have played 14 games played so far, and we are going to match the 18.
Have 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games in, and giving them time off to prepare because they are busy on the continent, and even their continental engagement has been woeful, to say the least. I'm not impressed so far. But I feel we'll still give him some chance. We'll still give him some time to see what magic he can conjure. Maybe it will be a spirited second half of the season for Eimba, and even maybe if they get decent results from their outstanding games. But for me, Yemi Olarewaju and Eimba, they have been woeful so far in the league. And for a side that Nigerians hope that once continental assignment comes,
we used to say, let the people who know how to play the big
let
boys,
them go.
Let them go.
And now look at and now our slot on the continent would potentially reduce from next season if they do not qualify out of the, and it's not looking likely. Which means that we'll just be having one representative from the CAF Champions League, one representative from the
league champion qualifies.
Yes.
Then the
second place
will come, the Federation Cup champion will take.
So just imagine all of that. It's not looking good for the league. But let's see if there will be an 11th hour miracle that will happen with the People's Elephant of Eimba.
So if you are Eimba's chairman, you leave Yemi till the end of season, or you look at how many kind of games before you start thinking, maybe
I will first allow him play out this first stanza because they have outstanding games.
Yeah, and by January we'll be having transfer windows.
Yes, they will have transfer window. So let's see what will happen between then and now. But from the second stanza, of course, there will be no more hiding place in the second stanza of the league. So we'll have a mental picture of what the club will do or can do at some point in the second stanza of the league. So that I think that is when the jury should be out for Yemi Olarewaju.
Pressure on Yemi Olarewaju, no doubt. If you see him today, of course, an American will tell you there's no pressure.
Of course.
When you manage the biggest team in the land, definitely it's a pressure on its own.
Or maybe if you know what happens when clubs will come out and release a statement that we are behind the manager. Maybe I know if a club will say we are behind, it means that. So maybe if maybe if a Eimba now releases a statement that we are not sacking him, he's behind, we are behind, and maybe if we let him know that okay, maybe they are publicly behind me, but privately they are sending a message to me that oh boy, you had better sit up.
One of the biggest irony in football is the management of the club saying we are behind the manager. The manager understands what that means. Just know that you are one leg away from.
Exactly.
One of your leg is outside already. But they just give you kafa. Fall down, they draw you out. Well, we have to wait and see. Eimba have placed 9th on the log. You have to win their last 8 games, 5 in the league, straight draws. Score 14 goals. They have Victor Day signed. Maybe all this could change in the second stanza.
Maybe.
But then we hope Yemi Olarewaju can turn this around. Shooting Stars will be traveling to the Cathedral against a team that has played 10 games without losing. The Warriors will storm the Cathedral, hoping to stop or end Enugu Rangers unbeaten run and then continue their winning streak. Does Shooting Stars have the firepower to look into Rangers? Can the Warriors hunt down the flying antelopes and use them as a sacrifice of offering at the Cathedral?
It will be very, very hard. It's like even though they are called the antelopes or the flying antelopes, it's like going to the lion's den.
They've lost there this season.
They have. But that game, look at the dynamics of that game. After that loss, I don't think they have actually.
That was the last loss.
Exactly. So And for Shooting Stars, well, I would say decent run of form. 3 games played so far. 3 games, 3 wins.
Fourth on the log.
And I think it will be a very stern test of their credentials now. Shall I say title winning credentials?
Well,
or title gunning credentials.
You put that as well. They are the title race as we speak. So
fourth position, but it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. But I think if they can get anything, maybe a point. I'm sure they will celebrate a point like a victory. That is Shooting Stars if they beat, because the form which Enugu Rangers are. It seems they are not even missing Fidelis Elechuku.
No.
Right now.
It's just there, everything is just working.
Exactly. So I feel there's a system they are running right there in Enugu that is working very well for them, and for Shooting Stars to go there and halt anything, it means they have to do 200% to more or less get anything meaningful from far away Enugu State. I believe they should be on their way now to Enugu State. Yeah. So the earlier they arrive, the better
for them.
And since the game will be going down on Sunday, so maybe they will have at least close to a day of rest, because I'm sure they'll be traveling by road. I don't have any reports to confirm if they are going by air. But if they can they go? The management, the club chairman told me that they are looking for partnerships to more or less travel to some destinations
until then.
On air. So maybe you never can tell. Maybe that it happened maybe in the last 24 hours that we are not aware of. So. Exactly. But it will take almost something incredible to get a victory in Enugu. Fine, they had their first away victory
against Sunshine Stars.
That was I think a fortnight ago against Sunshine Stars in Ogun State right there. So, but if they can top it off by getting consecutive away points,
wow, that will be wow.
That will be wow. That will be wow.
That will be wow if Shooting Stars can get consecutive away points. So make it a victory, and the battle will be bubbling. And anybody that is coming on March 19th to Ibadan, should be possible to just not come.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be slaughter. Okay, to our prediction game now. And let's see if Toby will still come close. The only thing that spoiled the prediction last week was Ikorodu scoring so late, 90th minute goal to the Nigerian Stars. Will that be today again? Let's see if Toby give us those correct options. Okay, Toby, how many wins, how many draws, how many away wins, blah 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 blah.
Well, it will be very. I'll be saying there are two options in my head right now. There are two options in my head. My head is telling me to call all home victories in this coming games. But another thing is saying I should call all will be away victories except one venue that would be getting a draw. Right there, and that draw that I'll be calling right there, it will be based on the last analysis that we had at the Cathedral.
Wait.
Listen,
I want to get something right. Where me, bro? You have two options.
Yes.
The first is to call all home win.
Yes.
The second one is to call all away win.
No, not all away win. No, not away wins.
But that's what I want to hear very well. It's not away win.
But if it will be happening, it means that
even in Europe, they know they happen. Everything winning away. Everywhere is scatter.
Exactly. But the options I'll be calling is either calling all home victories or one draw and the rest will be home victories. So
you have to decide now because we're about to enter into it.
I'll be calling all home victories this weekend.
Everybody is winning at home. Congratulations. Everybody is winning at home.
Christmas is coming now. Give your home fans something to cheer for.
And let me tell you, before you start racking your brain, everybody wins at home. It means that Remo Stars will go with 33 points and become number 1. It means that Rangers will still stay number 3 because they'll be 1 point behind Rivers United. So it also means that Abia Warriors will go up for next time because they will play Ikorodu City.
Yes.
And that means Atlant will also be losing. So it will be 3 games without a win for Atlant, 3 games without a win for Ikorodu City. And it will be 9 games without a win for Enyimba. We will have our own victories. Ladies and gentlemen, let us go. If I don't feel like asking for scoreline. I don't need the scoreline sef. I know victories. 10 home victories. Let's call it. So we use his power. I will now use my own inner power to change some of these results. Niger Tornadoes away to Kano Pillars.
Niger Tornadoes away to Kano Pillars. I think, of course, that fortress in Adesanya Abacha Stadium will ever remain sure for Kano Pillars. So Kano Pillars should get all 3 points for me. 2 goals to 1.
2-1. Sunshine Stars, Academy Warriors.
Sunshine Stars, still not sure where you'll be playing, if it will be at the Dipodino Stadium or in Ikene for me, but I think Sunshine Stars should bounce back and more or less get a 3-point in this game against the boys from Maiduguri. So I'll be saying 1-0 for me.
1-0. Okay, let's get to that result. Other fixtures, other more prediction. Bendel Insurance against Lobby Stars.
Yes, Bendel Insurance right there. I think they are slowly, more or less building momentum right now. So yes, they should continue against the Lobby Stars right there at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. Bendel Insurance will get a 3-1 victory in this fixture for me.
Abia Warriors Ikorodu City.
Abia Warriors here will defeat the Oga Boys for me 2-1.
Plateau United Enyimba.
Plateau United Enyimba. Yemi Olarewaju. Sorry about this, but no victory for you. 2-0. Plateau United.
Hey, Remo Stars, Bayelsa United.
Yes, they should defeat Bayelsa United. It should be an easy one for them after that derby draw they had last time out. So yes, Remo Stars should defeat Bayelsa United 2-0 for me.
Akwa United Atlant.
Akwa United Atlant. Well, Akwa United too. They've been struggling. Atlant, no, they've not had a victory in their last 3 games.
2 games.
2 games right now, but I think they call them the promise keepers, right? Akwa United. So they should keep all 3 points at home in this game. 1-0 victory.
Enugu Rangers Shooting Stars.
Enugu Rangers Shooting Stars. Well, perhaps the biggest game of the weekend, right there. I think this game, it should be fireworks for me. Fireworks for me. I think 3-2.
3-2.
Enugu Rangers.
Nassau United, Rivers United.
The Solid Miners versus the boys from Port Harcourt. It will also be difficult to, I think, 2-1 and Nassau United should get a 3 points.
And of course, lastly, Kwara United, Katsina United.
Kwara United, Katsina United, 1-0 victory.
1-0 victory. All home wins, 10 home wins. Like I said, I will use my own power
to change the result.
To change this result. So let me change the result. Academy Warriors will beat Sunshine Stars. They will there. Bayelsa will beat Remo Stars. In Ikene. Atlant will win at Akwa United.
We will see.
Where else?
We shouldn't beat
the Rivers will beat Nassau United. Lafia.
Okay.
Rangers is with Shooting Stars.
Rangers will beat Shooting Stars.
Everybody knows that.
Okay.
So that is me changing the result. March the 18th of the Nigeria Premier Football. If I had the predictions of Toby, I have to use my me to discern and change it. So you get. But don't forget to always go straight to a nice stadium around you, anywhere you are located. We're definitely going to be watching NPFL matches this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Sure, and of course, you can also stream live on Popel, watch on Startimes as well. The league is buzzing, goals, quality football everywhere, and definitely, I mean, you will enjoy it. That is the Saturday package. Toby, always good having you.
Thanks for having me.
And my usual question, the biggest shock for you will be
Shooting Stars getting anything in Enugu.
in Enugu. That's the only reason why you don't talk about that. I will tell you later. So, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles and come looking for support and partnership. Let's work together, and you will never regret it. I remain the sports illuminator, and of course, this has been NPFL ISTV NPFL podcast show powered by Intercontinental Sport TV. Available on all social media handles. You can follow us. Until next time, hopefully, Shooting Star will also go to Rangers at the Cathedral and offer the antelope to the gods as a sweet, savor smelling offering. Alpha, Ogumote, to the Dafa,
Abio.
Opele, Yoraku. Let's wait and see. I bet you like 5 away wins, and those are nearly impossible wins that I've mentioned.
But impossible is not in football.
It's not in football. Till next time, God bless you. Merry Christmas in advance. And of course, don't forget, don't dirty December too much. Dirty it small so that you can see January to dirty. So you get, so by year, don't worry, I cannot explain to you. But the next time, God bless you and stay blessed. Bye.